Hi, babes. Welcome back to the Chase Life with Kelly show. I am your host and birthday girl, Kelly Chase. Guys, I am 40 this week, July 23rd. Oh my gosh. So I had to, of course, do a birthday episode, ringing in 40 years of existence and all of the craziness and incredibleness and hard times and heartbreaks and challenges and ups and downs and magical moments that I have endured. How all of us have endured so much. I mean, if you're listening to this podcast, first of all, thank you so much for continuing to support me, my journey. Sometimes I seem probably chaotic and all over the place. Other times I feel pretty centered. A lot of times I feel very centered. But I'm grateful that I have, that I had a coach back in 2020 and she was like, "Oh, what are you going to do, Kelly? Are you going to keep sitting on that podcast mic and not doing anything with it? Or are you going to start your freaking podcast?" Because I had it since 2018 or 19. So, and we launched January of 2021. I've had incredible guests on the show, and I'm so grateful for every single one of them who took time out of their days to spend, whether it was 30 minutes with me or 2.5 hours, some of my guest conversations are. And this podcast is it's just something for me. It does something for me, and I hope that it has delivered and given you what you've needed, whether it was in the moment, or in seasons, or honestly, if you are a lifer, like a Chase lifer, and you are here and you have literally listened to every single one of my episodes, literally so grateful for you. And I just want to honor you and celebrate you as I'm celebrating myself this week. Guys, I'm celebrating myself like all month long. I'm celebrating myself for like the next fucking 10 years, honestly. And we all should. That is one thing with the law of attraction and manifestation is celebration. Celebrating yourself, the like small wins, the big wins. That's why they, the journal, like the 5-minute journal. Yeah, I think it's called the 5-minute journal. I have it. I'm like, why am I blinking on the name? But 5-minute journal, and you reflect and on things that you're grateful for, because that's celebrating those moments. You're also supposed to use it as like a manifestation tool in the sense of writing down things that you're grateful for that may not even actually be in your current reality yet. So celebrate, but like, to call in what you desire, you have to be grateful for and celebrate what you've already had, like what you already have. So that is one thing I really, really, really want to encourage you moving into this next chapter with me, or the next chapter on your own, right? Like, evaluate and audit at the end of every single day, or maybe every morning when you wake up, or whenever throughout the day. You should be like, okay, this just happened. Like, put your hand on your heart and just say, "Thank you, God, for this, for letting me experience that, whether it was good or unfortunate." But everything literally is a gift. So we have to receive it as a gift, whether it's like literally, like it could be the most stressful time of your life right now. It could be so heart-wrenching. You could be in the really, really in a really dark place. But I want you to know that you breathing every day is a gift. So remind yourself that and audit yourself at the end of every day and just be like, okay, I got over this, like we worked through this. And or just, like what 5 things or what 2 things brought me so much joy today? Like, God, that was such a gift. We're all busy. We're all running around like chickens with our head cut off half the time. And it's just such a beautiful thing when we can presence ourselves and show gratitude and express that gratitude and really celebrate who we are. So I encourage you to do that. So I am just celebrating a life, 40 years of life. I'm celebrating my 39th year. Okay. This last year has been extremely transformative for me. I definitely dealt, and I know you guys have heard this, but if you are a new listener, I dealt with imposter syndrome. I dealt with comparing myself to other people online, my own castmates a couple of years ago, like, getting lost in like the vanity metrics of social media, the likes, the engagement, the views, how many comments were on someone's post, like all these things. And it like tore me. It tore me between this like influencer identity and this coaching identity, and then every other identity I wanted to be, right? And there was so much resistance and so much heaviness. And I know because of that dialogue that was going on in my head, that that's why, I may not be exactly where I thought I would be by now. I'm not exactly where I would like to be by now, but I know that it's all coming. Like I was listening to, I believe it was a David Bayer, um, or it was either David Bayer or Abraham Hicks YouTube episode, and it was talking about stacking your desires. I think it was Abraham, about stacking your desires. Like you may not see the physical manifestation of something just yet in your reality, but maybe you have all these desires and you're like, okay, I want this, I desire this, I like, I know I can get it. I feel like that's where I'm at right now. Like I have so many desires, and I think it's because like I have transformed my mindset. I've transformed my body, my human, into believing that I'm so lovable and I'm so worthy. And although, yes, guys, like I go through situations. If you follow my Instagram, last week I was talking about the fact that I had to like put this really firm boundary in place around someone very close to me, and block them on my phone. Sure, we have access like through social media, but I think we're like restricted. We have like limited access to one another on there too, but which is good. The healthy boundaries are really good. Sometimes you have to do the hard things. We all have to do some hard things in our life. And that is a very, very hard thing for me to do. But and I'm going to therapy and all of these things. So we have to do the hard things, but with all that comes the joy, and it comes peace and all of it. And so I do endure things, but it's all like because I have done so much work on myself that I know that choosing myself is what is going to get me closer to what I'm wanting. And with that being said, I am literally transforming my subconscious so that I don't pass down these beliefs, these stories, these fears, these doubts, these worries, these, judgments, criticisms, these behavioral patterns, deep rooted stories, really down to my potential children in the future, or even if not my children, like just the way that I show up in the world. Like it's going to be different because I have done so much inner healing work, that I've done so much subconscious reprogramming, mindset work, law of attraction work. I've done so much work literally since 2000 and the end of 2017, but really 2018 was when that catalyst happened. And I have just like, I can't stop. Like, I love the personal development space, and it's who I've become and who I continue to become and who I'm becoming, because it's like I already have this identity. What subconscious reprogramming does, it is literally changing, it's altering your identity. So it is identity work, whether it's relationship coaching, business coaching, financial coaching, health coaching, all of it is identity work. It is rooted in identity. So that's what I do with clients, is transform your identity so that you attract exactly what you're wanting in life. And although it may not be in your physical manifestation, it hasn't manifested physically in your reality yet, doesn't mean it's not coming. It may be even greater, even better. It's going to be even better than you even expected it to be. So I feel like that's where I'm at. Like I've become this person, and I'm just like lining my actions with my desires now, because I am like fully like, fuck it. Like I'm turning 40. I'm stepping into this new version of me. And I'm like, I have to do that. And it's funny because they said like stack your desires. Like, okay, maybe you're stacking your desires and you haven't seen them physically form yet in your reality. But okay, then there's a knowing doing gap too. So like, that you're worthy of all this stuff. You know what to do, but are you doing it? And that's where I know that I have fallen short a bit. I've shrunk, I've played small, and I know that I've even expressed that before. But it's like I look at my Instagram and I'm like, okay, we're getting there. And I think these posts that I've been making the last week about my countdown, like a 10-day countdown to 40, has significantly already shifted things within me. And I'm just ready to fucking fly, because I don't want to do this. Like I'm growing a freaking brand on social media. And I've had a brand. I mean, the Chase Life with Kelly brand, but it's like I fully want to like own it and step into it even more than I ever have. So stack your desires. as your desires are stacking, you got to stack your actions. So, what actions are in alignment with your desires? And like, I wrote that down today and I was like, yes, exactly. And then what do you do after that? You start seeing what you're wanting actually become like evolve into physical manifestation. And the byproduct of all of that is money. And so you start stacking money. Okay, who all out there wants to stack money? That is something. Okay, like I do money dates. I have money dates. It's something I learned from Erin, my first coach from 2018, that we do money dates. I look at my like on the 10th or 15th of every month or around there. I look at my bank account and I just like send a gratitude. I'm like, okay. And then I kind of visualize, okay, like let's say there's $4,000 in my bank account, like in my checking account or something. Then I will visualize that number like quadrupling, or I'll imagine it being like, okay, imagine receiving that every day. Imagine receiving that every week, things like that. So I go in there and I literally transform my identity. I show it gratitude, remember celebration. And when I transfer money, because I pay myself first. If you have never read the book Profit First, that is where that idea, or that is a book where that idea comes from. That you pay yourself first. You always got to pay yourself first. Don't pay your bills first and leave yourself high and dry. Pay yourself first. It might even be $2. It may only be $2. Pay yourself first, okay? Profit first. Pay yourself first, then the bills and all the things. So that's what I do. And when I also have a profit account, like I've labeled it profit, and I pay myself. I give, again, anywhere between, or no, excuse me. Paying myself is the profit account. Excuse me. Pay myself is the profit account. And so again, it could be $2, it could be $20,000. I honestly have never done that much, but it's in my mind, right? So anyways, so in the note line, in the like comment note line, when you're making a transfer in your bank account, I put money stacking. And that's how I know that is me taking a percentage of my income and putting it in my profit account. Then I will transfer the money from my income account to my operating expenses account, or my expenses, and I label that money date. Because I'm having a date, I'm growing a relationship with my bills, with my expenses, like the things we don't really want to pay, but we know we have to, or we won't eat, or we won't have the lights on in our house. So you send gratitude, like, and you have to think about it, like with a electric bill. Let's say, like, why would you not be grateful for that bill? It literally provides air condition in the right electric, yeah. I'm like, wait, love AC. Your electric bill, whatever. I know it's like Georgia Power and whatever. Okay. Sorry, that was like a stupid blonde, like not blonde, but you know what I mean. Stupid moment. Electricity, your lights coming on, or your AC and your heater, the AC for the summertime, your winter, the heat for the winter. Like, why would you not be grateful for that? You have to be grateful. And if you can't be grateful for those little things, then how can you be grateful for the big things that God's going to give you? The multiple six figures, the $1 million, the incredible relationship that maybe you don't have yet. How are you going to be grateful for that if you can't even be fucking grateful for a $50 power bill, right? Or maybe it's $200, whatever. But it's all coming to gratitude. It's all coming to gratitude and just celebrating all of it. Celebrate so much of it. Okay, so that's a little bit about like money mindset. And I hope that helps you. Again, twice a month, or if you want to do it every single day, do it every single day. But it helps you to just get more acclimated with your bank account, have more of a secure attachment with money. That's something that I do teach my clients as well, is attachment styles around money. Okay, we have attachment styles around love. Like you could be anxious attachment style or have an avoidant attachment style. We want to be securely attached, right? Nervous system regulation, securely attached, feel emotionally safe with a partner, that kind of thing. Well, we also want to feel emotionally safe with our money. And so what we do, if you're avoidant, you're never looking at your bank account and you're just like, I'm just going to spend this money and hopefully everything's okay in there. Or you're anxious, you're constantly checking like, oh my God, $3 left my bank account today. How am I going to get that money back? Oh my gosh, like hopefully I get that bonus at work. And you're constantly anxious. Who out there, who is anxious, who is avoidant? Raise your hand. I don't know. Send me a DM and let me know. But we want to get securely attached with money so the more that you are spending time with it and nurturing money is just, it's energy. Like it's always in motion. Literally, it's always in motion. You go to a store, you pay them cash. Let's just use a physical example. You pay them cash. Someone else comes up and they need change, they're going to get your change most likely because you're the last person. So they're going to grab your ones or your fives or your 50s, whatever, and give you that change. And then that person's going to go to another store or a restaurant or pay their nanny and give them that money. And then the nanny's going to take it and put it over there. See what I mean? It's always in motion. Unless you have hidden it under the earth or something, you dug, you're hiding money. But it's still in motion, okay? Like there's still other money in motion. The idea, the ultimately true belief is that money is always in motion. So if you have a tight grip on it or you're like super avoidant, what are you doing? You're actually like not having a right relationship with money. So the money dates are super helpful in helping you become more securely attached with money. So do it. Check it out. It's a great exercise. It's a great thing to start implementing. I've been doing it now, like I said, since 2018. It's incredible. So, and all the like top leaders who talk about mindset stuff, they will talk about that too. Okay. So yeah. Oh, and in my course, Money Magnet, it's in there as well. Like we dive into those types of things, but more particularly one-on-one when we're working one-on-one together. Anyways, back to my birthday. I just love talking about this stuff, guys. It lights me up. Things I want to like, I just want to fully rock and have full permission to do in my 40s. Just be fucking me. Like unapologetically me. Again, I know that I have shrunk myself quite a bit in the past. And like I'm ready to fucking go. And maybe you might be like, oh, Kelly, you've said that before and you haven't really gone anywhere. Well, it's different. I swear, it's like the more that the onion layers peel back, the more that I step more into who I am. I remember more of who I am. Like I'm a Leo. I'm in the spotlight. I love the energy. I love being in the spotlight. I want to do more in-person things. Like I think that would be so great. Building the business here in Atlanta. I really want to, I'm doing it. It's not a want, I'm doing it. I'm building a business here in Atlanta. It's going to be nationwide, all these things. Like, I want to be like magnetic in every area of my life, and I'm gonna call in my husband or my life partner, my boyfriend. I'm excited. I'm really excited to meet him. Last person that I felt very connected with, I was like, wow, okay, if this is this good, then how good is it gonna be when that person, like the real deal happens, when the real deal happens, like it's gonna be so good. And I just can't wait for that. I cannot wait for that. I can wait, but I can't wait. I'm excited and I'm impatient. Impatient doesn't help. That's like having a control grip or a control tight grip on things too. Like I don't have that. A lot more surrendering, and obviously my journey with God, religion, spirituality, maybe more so spirituality than like religion, like an organized religion. But I'm just really excited about being 40. I don't know. It's funny because I had friends that were like anti saying that they were turning 40. They were like, oh my God, no, I'm like turning 39 again. But I'm just fully fucking embracing it. Fully embracing it. Did a photo shoot for my 40th, like rocked these gorgeous bathing suits, but also this like really, really scantily clad swimsuit. And I am just like, you know what? I've worked damn hard for my body. And I'm disciplined. I actually did eat a whole chocolate cake last week. And when I say that, it was probably like a 6 to 8 inch round chocolate cake, kind of like maybe like 3.5 inches, deep and, or height wise. Y'all, I ate it in like 2 days. I like put that stuff in front of me because I don't eat it often. I will binge it and it will be gone. And it was so good. And that's probably why if you're seeing on YouTube, well, you may be able to see it. I don't know. I feel like my makeup did cover it up, but I have a very large blemish on my cheek right now. And I'm like, oh God, I hate it. But it'll be gone soon. It's fine. It was hashtag worth it. And I loved it. But gosh, yeah. But cake and just sex appeal. And I want to just exude who the heck I am. And it was really interesting too. Kind of like a side note, my mom listened to my podcast episode from last week and she talked to me about it and she was like, that was, I didn't like, I know you had told me the story, but I didn't really realize all the details. And I'm so sorry. And I was in tears, crying. And I told your dad that he needed to listen to it so he knew exactly what had happened. And she was like, Kelly, I would have been in jail. I would have been in jail had I known that all that shit went down back then. I would have kicked that motherfucker's ass. I was like, yeah, I know, Mom. I know. It was very, very trying time. It was very hard. It was very difficult. It was very embarrassing. I was ashamed. I didn't really know how to deal with that stuff, and maybe that's a part of my purpose is to help girls in their transition phase of becoming a woman or the high school to college to be like, hey, don't get so caught up in things. Like, no one teaches you that stage of your life. Like, no one's saying like it's just like, hey, you finish high school, you go to college and blah, blah, blah. But it's not like, hey, you're going from like a teenager into a woman now. And although I never really called myself a woman until like maybe recently, but you know what I mean? Like an older girl, an older girl. But no one explains that phase or like when you go to college away from your parents, you have all this freedom and you're rebellious and you're like staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning doing God knows what. And life is just different, or it was for me. And yeah, anyways, it was just a lot. And I just want to be more unapologetic like that and share more of those stories and help other people with challenges, that they're going through. I feel like I've gone through quite a bit and I feel like I can really serve and give back. And I'm saying all this out loud because I want to encourage you to do the same. I think that's my biggest birthday wish is for you to be you and you to be unapologetic about yourself and what you want in life and who the fuck cares? Because when you're on your deathbed and you didn't go after what you wanted to in life, you might have some like regrets. I don't ever want you to have regrets. Like I'm never going to have a regret. I'm going to think like, hey, I just ran out of time. I didn't get to that. But I've done a lot of really cool things in my life. And I don't think it's by coincidence. Like I believe that God placed these opportunities on my heart, on my soul, in my life path because he knew how I could execute them and the gratitude that I was going to offer and show for it. Like I'm so grateful. I could cry. I'm so grateful for everything. Even the college trauma, even, family dynamics, help boundaries, losses of boyfriends that I thought I would be with for a while, wherever, heartbreak, meeting people that I just freaking adore and then it not working out, friendships that have come and gone. Like, I'm just grateful for all of it. My weight gain, my weight loss, God, that was such a trying time. I hated it. I was so angry. I was like, why is that skinny bitch over there eating pizza? And I am eating like chicken and asparagus every fucking night. Like, let's be real, because that's how it was. It was really, really aggressive. I hated that chapter of my life, but I'm grateful that it happened because I know so much about how food is fuel and we need to eat more food in order to lose weight. And I don't mean like junk food and all the processed bullshit in the grocery stores these days. I mean like real food. Animal protein, plant-based protein, healthy plant-based fats, vegetables, fruit, grains. Like it's so good for you. Okay. Something like just keep in mind, once living, it was once living. And you could say, well, Cheerios were once living too. I mean, at the end of the day, it kind of came from a grain and grains were, but no, I mean, like, there's only maybe like 1 to 2 processes that happened or 0 processes that happened. They literally like picked it off a thing, put it in a bag and put it on a shelf. You know what I mean? Or they killed the animal, chopped it up, put it in a thing, put it on a shelf. Like, not went through these machines and they injected, 40 dye and this type of like glyphosate and this over here, like corn syrup and all these bullshit ingredients that you're putting in your body. That's why diabetes, ADHD, obesity, like that's why these rates are so wild because you and your children are eating shit, chemically processed shit. I could get on that soapbox all day, every day. And maybe I will at some point. Again, unapologetic. I don't really fucking care. No shame. I get it. You just don't know. You know what you know. You don't know what you don't know. So now you know. Choose better. Choose healthier for you and your kids. And like I said at the beginning of this video, like I'm evolving, not just for me. I'm evolving for my family, for my friends, for generations to come. I want to change the narrative so I'm not passing down generational curses, all the things, right? The story, this ends with us. Well, that's what I'm doing. Okay. This ends with us. I am not doing this anymore. I don't want to have those beliefs. I don't have limiting beliefs around wealth, success, and money. I don't want to have an anxious attachment style or an avoidant attachment style. I want a secure, just so emotionally connected relationship. And I know it's out there. I want it to be easy. And I think it can be because I've experienced an easy relationship. It wasn't even a relationship, but there was something. And well, it was a relationship, I guess, but not like, we were boyfriend, girlfriend. Just easy though. And I just want all of that for you guys too. And you deserve it. That's the thing. You have to tap into like, am I lovable? Do I feel like I'm lovable? Do I feel like I'm worthy? Yes, you ultimately, universally are. Okay. So you have to think about anytime, like the more subconscious work that you do, the like greater your self-awareness will be, greater your social awareness will be. You will be so tapped in that you can recognize and pick up when people say limiting beliefs. Like you'll be standing with your friends and they'll say something like, oh my God, like guys suck in Atlanta. And it's like, no, the guys that you hang around with may not be the best for you, but you need to change. You can't change them. So you need to change what you're doing. Or like no one's ever gonna like, you want to start a business, maybe it's coaching or something, right? And you're like, why would anybody want to work with me? Well, you overcame something. That's why you have a passion on your heart to start the coaching business altogether. So yeah, there's people out there that are going to want to listen to you, especially because you're so tapped into a different area. Like there's so many people that are going to align with you, your vibe, your vibration, your energy, your magnetism, the color of your hair. Maybe they just like that, right? Like there's so many different things. So many different things. Guys, I just want you to feel so good about yourself. And I want you to do what's going to light your heart up. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm doing it unapologetically as I go into 40. And I'm just hooping and hollering that you are going to come with me and we're going to do this together. And I'm letting go of any other bullshit. Like I don't want any bullshit anymore in my life. I just don't. So anyways, okay. So 40th birthday, you guys, I'm recording this episode last Thursday, but now as you're listening to this, I'm actually at a wellness resort in Mexico. And I'm just foreshadowing as I'm speaking on Thursday. And now it's like, the week of my birthday. it's going to be incredible. I'm going to have a lot of transformation just there. There's like yoga, there's meditation, there's cacao ceremonies, there's sound baths, there's, I think, like women's circles or something too, but all like majority plant-based. There is some animal protein, but majority it is plant-based. So I'm kind of excited about that. I feel like my body could use a detox. And then just like chill on the beach or in the pool. I may have a couple of cocktails. Might get a Negroni because I like a Negroni, but yeah, I'm just really, it's a solo trip. I told myself after I turned 39, I was like, for my 40th, I want to do a solo trip because one, it is like the most epic self-love act that you can do for yourself is take yourself somewhere. Go by yourself. I'm making dinner reservations, whole 9 yards, and like I'm gonna have my book with me, Think and Grow Rich. I'm just gonna have a great time. But a solo trip, I told myself I was gonna do it. You're not on anyone else's timeline. You don't have to entertain anyone else. All you have to do is worry about you, what you want, what you want to do. If you don't want to do anything, if you want to sleep till noon, you can sleep till noon. I don't plan to. I mean, I'm going to get up every morning, do some beach yoga or yoga on their little platform thing, and maybe go to the beach, go for a walk, like just lay in the sand and with the sun beating on my body. And I can't wait. And that's probably what I'm doing right now as you're listening to this. And I'm just really excited. And I already, put this intention out to the universe of like, God, show me who I'm supposed to meet, show me the conversation that I'm supposed to have. That's what I usually do when I go to things by myself, or if I'm out, like, let's say I go out with some friends and it's not like exactly what I wanted to do that night, but I'm like, I kind of want to be social, but I want to see my friends, but I don't necessarily want to do what they're doing, but we're going to do what they're doing. And I'd go and I would always say, like, God, just show me who I'm supposed to, or like reveal the conversation that I'm supposed to have tonight. And it would every single time. And it could have been like 2 a.m. I could have had a conversation with someone at a bar and I'm like, wow, this is deep, it's involved. Like, I loved it. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm so excited. Like it's gone. I feel like I'm just going to come back a new woman. And it's going to be great. And so I highly encourage you to do the same thing. Maybe you don't have to go for a whole trip to a different country, but go somewhere by yourself. Take yourself on a date, okay? Becoming securely attached means doing things by yourself because you have to be secure. The number one relationship that you have to be secure with in order to attract a secure relationship is yourself. That's why self-love work is so powerful because you shift the energy inside your body and you start attracting more of what you desire. But you got to get right with yourself. You got to have a right relationship with yourself, healthy boundaries, loving yourself, showing yourself that you care about yourself, date yourself, be curious about yourself. What do you like? What do you dislike? All of that. Be curious and take yourself on a solo date or a solo trip and just be at one with yourself. No one else's agenda. It's a beautiful thing. So check. I'm going to leave you guys with that. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate me. If I've inspired, let me say this. If I have inspired you, motivated you, changed your life in any way since listening to this podcast or since knowing me in real life, I want you to make an Instagram story. Make sure that I will be able to see it. Make sure that we're public, or you have a public account or something, then otherwise I won't be able to see it. But, and you can DM it to me if you want to, but, make sure you have a public account so that I can see it, so that when you tag me, I want you to literally create the Instagram story. You can make a post too. That'd be great. But an Instagram story and say how I inspired you, or just a fact, a thought, a wish. But I really would love to know how I have affected your life, how I have impacted your life since knowing me. And share it on your story, tag me so that I can reshare it and so that I can just feel all the love and the support. That would mean the world to me. It really would. And of course, subscribing to the podcast and reviewing, rating, all that stuff. And also check out the show notes, because all of my programs all the ways that you can work with me are listed there. My website, chaselifewithkelly.com. Obviously, you can DM me if you have questions about working together. I do have private one-on-one coaching. It is very like exclusive, very premium, top tier. But then I also have the courses. And if you've never worked with me or if you're new here, that may be a good avenue for you to like step into is just do a course and see like, okay, kind of like that. There's one course was created a couple years ago, or two of the courses were created a couple years ago. One of the courses was created in like 2019. But the information is so powerful. My energy is probably different. How I would teach it now is different. Um, Meaning the energy. Like, but all of the information is extremely impactful. That's the Money Magnet program. It is like literally that program changed my life. The information from that program changed my life. So I put it together in a program and I created it for you. So check it out. Check out Money Magnet, Online Business Accelerator, and Rejection to Redemption. And then of course, like if you want to work one-on-one with me, let me know. And or you can click the link and sign up. I'm so excited for this new year, this new chapter, this new decade. That sounds scary. Like 50 sounds scary. That sounds like a really far away time. I mean, it is. It's in 10 years from now, but like also I'm closer to 50. What? Not even gonna go there. But by 50, my life will my life is just gonna be like fucking radical. It already is. Like my life is radical right now. Like again, I'm so grateful for everything that I am, everything that I've become, everything that I've done, everything that has happened to me because it's happened for me. I've had to learn a lot of lessons and I'm so grateful. Like I'm very fulfilled right now. I'm so fulfilled going like being 40, turning 40 on Wednesday, July 23rd. I'm so excited. I hope that we can all celebrate together. But thank you again for being such a huge part of Chase Life with Kelly, the brand of my life, supporting me and my passions. And yeah, I love you guys. Happy birthday to me, 40. Let's freaking go. Yeah. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.